Okay, so listen. Today is like not like the what is it called? The thumbnail. It's not a form of clickbait. I generally said do not click. Let me say it one more time just in case it didn't catch it. I generally saying do not click today because today I'm literally reviewing my backtesting, and what that is me literally going through every screenshot, right, and analyzing it and then taking notes on it. So it's not really like action on the chart. It's like just me finding commonalities and then taking notes on it and then figuring out what things need to be changed, what things do I need to keep, what are vital. Just trying to learn and study more about my strategy and how I'm currently approaching the market. Right. So it's a really dry session. Okay. Now for this is probably going to be the only one where I'm going to be showing it. I'll do a few. So I'm going to convert all my trades into my journal, and of course after I finish, I'm going to go ahead and review the stats and see what's changed in my stats for this particular pair. Okay, but if you guys haven't seen, like I finished year 5 yesterday on my all time, and I accomplished what I like set out to do with it. Like I wanted to reduce the drawdown that I had, and it's actually I accomplished that. So I'm real happy to see to forward test to see what happens live with it, and see if we can see if I can continue that throughout. So this is what we're gonna do for the session. Like usual, we're gonna start off with live charts. Then I'm gonna go ahead and get into my backtest and review, and then afterwards look at live charts one more time before we end the call. Okay. Now, if this like video actually or this live stream actually gets like more than 5 views, I'm gonna change the thumbnail because like y'all don't click this for real. Y'all are tripping. That would be wild. Let's see. Bitcoin. We're gonna start on my active trading list. Your JPY. Okay, your JPY. We have this 4-hour setup. On this 4-hour setup, we got that rejection here. I'd like price to come up and then come back down one more time. A nice low resistance level would be here. And then if price gets back down to this level, I'm more than willing to take that buying opportunity for about, we'll say a 10 to 1. Things can change by the time it gets down to that point. But yeah, that's a really nice setup. And that's pretty much it. I mean, at least those are the rules that I'm waiting on to happen. And that, nothing here to do. ADUSD, pretty much the same thing. Need a leg to come up, then one more to come down and actually touch this level. Why does it look like there are 2 zones there? Because there are 2 zones there. Yeah, there's double of everything. Okay. That's pretty much it. If it doesn't respect this level, the next level is going to be the 50. If it doesn't respect the 50, the next level is the 61.8. If it breaks the 38.2, I'd say more likely the 61.8s to be respected and actually taken, at least by me. Okay. What is next? Dollar Swiss. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie to you. I kind of want to take this off my list. The only trades that I've been setting up are on the 1-hour time frame. That's like day trading material. Like, and I can. That may be the only like time frame I can trade on Dollar Swiss. Because if 4-hour subs do occur, or when they do occur, they're so far and few between that it's not even really it takes so long to find out. Number one. Number two, it like rarely plays all the way out. Like it respects almost every level. There's a reaction. But yeah, so that's just my personal problem. That's a personal issue I gotta figure out with this thing here. Dollar Swiss. Gonna move on to gold. Gold got this crash here. Price broke the trend line and we have price scaling back up. Now what's interesting to see, or would be interesting to see, is actually an inverted head and shoulders form here. Let's go to the 4 hour and maybe a little bit better. Yeah, possible inverted head and shoulders, which price would be testing that level now. And you can see I had a sell here. Thought I'd delete this and start looking for buys. I did set up a buy here. So here I was looking for basically break at this level, or that trend, whichever way you want to call it. Break this level, correction, then looking for a buy. You see price broke this level now and then waiting on a correction and looking for a buy. Same thing. Alright, I like the buy in the situation. If price breaks this level, then I'll start looking for sells. But that's pretty much it. And US 30, we have this descending channel, which is a reversal pattern in a buying area. So I set this up initially right around this area, which is the 8th, 7th. Started looking for a descending channel. Price shot up that same day that I actually sent the screenshot out, but it came right back into this level, and now that's come back into this area. Price has shot back up again, and we're waiting on a pullback. All right, yep, there we go. Waiting on a small pullback and then a push up. We'll say a pullback to this level for now. And I'll actually send the screenshot out. Man, you are calm down. Okay, so now let's move on to Bitcoin. Should be what I just pressed. Yep, perfect. So should that's up. Yep, perfect. Okay, so on Bitcoin, if we go to the 1 hour time frame, got this level that was tested and then said start looking for a buying opportunity. Of course, like we got this aggressive crash here, but that's unsustainable movement. After unsustainable movement, I like to see sustainable movement in the opposite direction. So I'm looking for price to scale up correctively, pretty much how I have it drawn out here, and actually for an extended period of time, at least back up to this high or close to it. So those are the opportunities I'm looking for on Bitcoin at the moment. Here, is another nice buying opportunity. Deep retracement though, and overall, like, this whole thing could just convert an expanding triangle if it retraces any further. That may be a little bit cluttered. Let me just go ahead and delete the previous one. Yeah, the better one's going to be the expanding triangle. So looking for price to basically come back down to that line that I have and look for a buying opportunity there. Okay, and then we are looking at Euro USD and CAD JPY. The first thing that was requested this week and last week, I think. Yeah, last week too, was CAD JPY, so we'll look at that real quick. Okay, so price initially gave us our setup after the break here. Now price has actually started to at least give a rejection here. Okay, with this rejection, I mean, it could form corrective movement, but it's pretty aggressive right now, so price could potentially break through that trend line and then start pushing up. I'd have to actually see that to actually start looking for buys. I wouldn't buy in the situation. I'll continue to look for selling opportunities. So what can we do with this? What can we do with this information that's new on the chart? Not much other than this 1 hour trend line. The 1 hour trend line breaks, you can start looking for selling opportunity, or if price starts to move correctively or form some corrective pattern, that's another reason to look for a bearish signal. But none of that has happened yet, so just gotta wait for those things to happen, wait for those signals, wait for those wait for the story to develop, right? Wait for the story to develop and wait for the market to tell you what to do. Okay, that's CAD JPY. Next is Euro USD. USD, I see a short-term sell. If there are any questions, like I said, click it or say type it in the live chat. There we go. Alright, so impulse up, waiting on this correction. Now I see a short-term sell, so price could break this level. I like price to come up, make 2 more legs, and then give me a buying opportunity here, like I have. And yeah, again, like everything, just waiting, right? It gets to the level, but all the confirmations aren't there yet, so you shouldn't like really enter. Let's go on to the next thing. Excuse me. Okay, and then I also want to look at UJ. Yeah, I really like this sell here. Of course, there's always a possibility it could play out, but I like the sell a lot here. So what scenario wouldn't play out? It doesn't matter. It's not on my list. But we'll just keep the same bias or the same outlook until it's violated or it plays out. All right, so I believe that's everything. Alright, so that means I need to review my backtesting, and I'll review my backtesting in 10 minutes. Give me a, I'm going to take a quick break, grab some water, make sure everything's in order. So I'll show a little bit of it. It's going to be kind of, we'll see how it is, right? Let's do it. Okay, guys, it's time to get started. For some reason, I feel like I needed something else on my screen before I started, but couldn't really remember. Okay, cool, perfect. All right, so this is how I review my stuff. There's about 318 I have to get to, but there are, yeah, I knew I was forgetting something. I need the actual like data. It's like 318 like screenshots or something like that, and then there's 500 and something trades. Now for this, what I backtested was, I'm not gonna show you guys all of it, of course. Like I want to keep some stuff secret. You gotta stay a mystery sometimes, right? But what I basically backtest was taking partials with my strategy and also compounding at certain percentage gains, right? Specifically percentage gains, not necessarily dollar amounts, but percentage gains on the account. And it was pretty interesting. You guys may have seen like the equity curve, like obviously it got exponential as time went on, but yeah, so like as time goes on and consistently just applying this could actually bring that result, but obviously have to test it and actually go through it in real life. Okay, where are we at? 2, 7, 17, 10, and what I have pulled up now is just the Excel sheet of all the trades that I took, partials and things like that, and I have to go through them single file, like each one at a time. Now I did have the idea last time I was doing this is to actually make a sheet where I can just copy everything in that Excel sheet and then convert it over, so it's automatic and have graphs and the data that's in my Edgewong journal, so it's in an Excel sheet and I always have access to it, and it's way easier to like get the information for the backtesting. But like I said, the downside of that is I won't be able to individually review my screenshots. Well, I will, but it won't be as streamlined. Like this is streamlined. Like there's a reason why I'm going through all this detail manually, because I can look at each individual screenshot, figure out what was going on during that time, and if any notes need to be taken, I can take those notes during that time. And if anybody has like actually done this, if you have or found like easier solution, or like already created that Excel sheet, or have even run into problems that you think kind of slowed you down or anything like that, I would definitely appreciate you sharing that. Whether you just go ahead, type in the live chat, or there's the live chat, and what else is there? Or in my Discord server. Discord server is, the link to that's in the description. Also, if you want to, we're on YouTube, you can comment. Wow, there's so many ways you can do it. You copy that, paste that, and obviously I'm just copying and pasting the information in this. This is a break-even trade, which I forgot to put that on one of the trades that I had yesterday, which I think is this one. Let's finish this one first and then I'll do it. Okay, and like this is what I've been writing down, the highest and lowest price. Like writing that down allows me to getting the information from my MAE, which is the max adverse exertion, basically how far in the drawdown do particular trades go, which for me particularly, like the important part of that is how deep in the drawdown do my winners go, so I know what to expect from my winners. And at what point is my trade most likely just a losing trade. How much? 4.6, 4.6, 4, 9. We're gonna go with 8 because it's 4.6 rounded up to 5. Original TP hits. Okay. Now at this point, this is where I actually go to the trade. I actually need this to be the biggest thing so I can actually analyze it. So yeah, it's definitely outside looking in, it's boring work. But once you once you do it enough, at least for me, do it enough, and then you find some things out, and then you kind of get in the flow with it. It's a lot more enjoyable to me, at least. This is on the 14th. Next is on the 8th. So why was this taking part, like took the higher part of it? 51. That usually doesn't happen, but it happened. Okay. What happened afterwards? Off the previous one, and like there are more stats that I keep track of. Just for this backtesting session, they weren't particularly important. One thing I also strongly recommend is like backing up either on a hard drive or on Google Drive or some cloud, whatever cloud service you use. I don't remember if it's, yeah, if I don't remember, it probably hasn't happened to me yet. I took partials on this, so I need to duplicate that. So I'm gonna bring up the chat. The chat's not up right now, but if you guys do have any questions or want to talk about anything while we're doing this, we can. Like this work is until like I'm actually reviewing the chart, it's not really work that requires like conscious thinking too much. But obviously I can make a small mistake which could have a big problem. Yeah, so it does to some extent. Yeah, and a mistake I make a lot with this is like actually entering the date correctly. Like, because obviously when you come here and actually click this, it's gonna start on today's date. And then if I forget to change the year, I'll go ahead, look at my stacks, and I see that I had a trade that went back in time, or has taken 20 years to actually to play out. I have to follow through each one, every single thing, and figure out which trade is the one that's wrong. But it's all worth it. Definitely gives a lot more confidence when you go into like actually taking the trades and things. This was a winner that ended up as break even. So one thing with let me bring up the chat before I forget, because I really do want to kind of like lock in and not really think about this anymore, or think about the chat. I wonder if I could. Okay. So, what was it? One thing I learned about from Tom Dante. Why do I want to say Tom? Why do I want to say Tim? His name's. I'm gonna just say Dante, bro. I know his name is Tom, but it just doesn't feel right coming out of my mouth right now. One thing he talks about is like actually doing work while, instead of sitting and staring at the charts, and like kind of like this type of work. There's more work that can be done here, but definitely backtesting. And it's like if you're waiting on a setup instead of sitting there waiting on a setup, or doing whatever you're doing. Like what I used to do is like literally watch a video while waiting for my setups to come. Yeah, I used to like watch a YouTube video, and they weren't always entertainment. Most of the time it was like personal development type stuff. And if it wasn't, then it was entertainment. But like while waiting on setups, you could be working on improving your skills or gathering more data, like backtesting and figuring out how to execute your strategy better, right? We're on 124, MS61, and it is daily. And this is actually, like I said, this is going to be the only time that I share this like on screen, unless like in the future people actually like this and like want me to do it again. But yeah, this type of dry work I'd rather just do alone. But I kind of want to show you guys like some things that you could do after with your backtesting results, because the Google's, yeah, this is obviously slowing me down. Like talking and doing this is slowing me down. So give me a second. Let me finish this one, and then I'm gonna shut up for a minute, and I'm probably gonna shut up the entire time until someone comments or something like that. Because I'm not gonna sit up here and not get any work done. First is 118.844. February, right? Or March 1st, 1638. Okay, so when I first started backtesting, I backtested with Notion. If you've watched Hannah Forex, she has a video, I think like it was like 2 years ago, year and a half, 2 years ago, that she posted, and that was really my introduction to backtesting, and I just did 5 a day. And with that information, I would file with Fibonacci. Like I would just file like the confirmations I had. I wouldn't say which Fibonacci level was it, which type of kill zone is it, like what time is it. I didn't have the time or anything like that. I only had the date. I didn't keep track of the lot sizes. I kept track of the pips. Pretty much, I didn't use it as a real simulation. But that was my first one. So like I just did it to, I guess the purpose of that, or the benefit of that, was to familiarize myself with the actual market, how it moved, and with my strategy. Just repetition of the strategy, not necessarily gathering data from it. And then I made a Google Sheet, which I independently made at first, and then I found, man, what is his name? KB Trading, right? That's his company, but I forget his name. And his, I copied his backtesting sheet. I actually made a copy and shared it with everybody in the comment section. So if you find the videos where he's talking about that, you can go ahead and get a copy of that. You can also get a copy in my Discord server in the resources section. I have like education links. I believe it's actually under the education link where I have my backtesting sheets. And you can even get a 10-year view. I made it so you can have like a 10-year view over it. But with that, like it had everything that I needed, or to an extent, it had a majority of the things I needed. Mainly to figure out win rate and just the basic stats, nothing too detailed. But the reviewing of it was just terrible. Like it was so terrible I didn't review it. Right, I would just backtest, and I have like a 10-year backtesting project that I haven't completely reviewed. I just looked at the stats. Those are my results. Okay, great. There we go. And I still think there's room for improvement when it comes to reviewing my backtesting. I think there's more I can find out, more that I can actually apply. But basically how the process goes, I'm going to try to break it down. Like I backtest on SoftFX. After backtesting on SoftFX, perfect. That was perfect. While backtesting on SoftFX, I download my screenshots and files. I used to do it with links like URLs, but it's not good because they expire with MT4. So I lost a lot of data, unfortunately, or a lot of screenshots because of that. So it has happened to me before, the backing up type of thing that I was talking about earlier, backing up your information. So I download them to my computer now, and then I back it up on Google Drive. I'm gonna buy a hard drive after I accomplish my next goal. I should actually write that down on the board. I have it on my Notion, but not on the board. 327. But yeah, backing up so you can always go back to it and review the data if you need to change anything, or you notice something that could be added to your rules as you're editing your trading plan. But yeah, after downloading those screenshots and after backtesting, I go to the downloaded screenshots, I review the screenshots, I apply it to my edgewonk, and then I go ahead and make notes where it's needed. I also take screenshots with notes on them while I'm going through my backtesting. And what else is there? Maybe I should just shoot a whole video over it. But after that, I review the stats in edgewonk and then edit certain things so I can see, okay, what if I only did this? How does like this Fibonacci level compare to this level? Should I get rid of this level because it's not profitable? Should I not take these opportunities because, like I said, they're not profitable or they're not producing enough profit? Or would this improve my equity curve? And that's something that that's new, like that type of question, because I'm really focused on like just reducing the amount of drawdown that I have. For this session over the 5 years, my max losing streak was 8, and any way that I can reduce that any lower would be like really great. I'd love to like have my expectancy be like, you can expect 5 losing trades in a row in this strategy max. I think that would be beautiful. Come on, man. 4, 3, 12, 13. Okay, like I said, I'm gonna shut up now. If you have something to say, just type in the live chat. 29, 1030. 3, 29. Also, early on when I started, I thought I'm gonna put my headphones on. Early on when I started doing like backtesting over a short review, someone recommended that I actually like unmute myself and like just allow myself to talk. Not allow myself to talk, but allow my thought process while I'm going through this to be heard. Which we'll find out if I want to continue doing that. But today I'll do it. And I'm about to put my headphones on because I want to listen to this track. Lowest price 116.362. We're still on the uptrend. Nothing's changed. Should be the same as the last one, right? Yep. Alexa, set an alarm for 8:30.
Third alarm set for 8:30 a.m.
Also, one thing that's new, I used to follow it by the actual setup, like the actual screenshots. Now I'm following it by winners and losers, and then inside following it by setup, because I want to be able to follow through pretty quickly like this and see, like, check off like what's coming between my winners, what's coming between my losers during the session, what seems to be the common occurrences with what I want on UJ. All right, which obviously what I want are more winners, less losers. Get out of losers earlier. 990, 10-4, 400, 4-1, 4-4. Okay, why? Figure out after typing date. 207. There's no question for cancel. Yeah, this is partials. I should have probably added like that as a stat, whether it's partials or primary. It's fun. TP 120.118. I wonder if I can get this done this weekend. Nope, that's wrong. Okay, I'm gonna add some variety for the last 15 minutes. Close price, highest price. Do I have a highest? Nope. Okay, 131. Um, $5.15, $5.25. Well, $5.15. $5.14. Oh, did I just log that? Yeah, okay. I just confused myself. Yeah, perfect. My face must have been all up in the camera. H4 T up nice. Talking on play. Question: why don't you do this while you're going through backtesting? The answer to that question is because it slows down how much I can backtest, and it takes me out of the mode of actually trading. So I gather everything during that time, and then I just go back and review it. If anybody was wondering that, I had a conversation with someone that asked me that. Like, I used to do all this all at one time, but that would just, it would just take forever for me to actually get done with the backtesting. And I would stay up a whole lot later. Now, like, I just divvy up my time between what I'm going to be focusing on and not be dragged behind by a certain aspect of it. And I can stop in the middle wherever I am. Okay, did not mark that down. 6.5. Did it end up getting it? Okay, this low. Which is where? Right there, right here. Right here, right? Which, honestly, that wouldn't. Yeah, I think that's the right one. So let's be 100% sure. Get here, here. What price level? 120. Oh, you can't even hear me. What I say? I will try to get this all done this weekend because I honestly don't want to be doing this on live stream. And I would love to review everything. Oh, did I just... It's fine. It's okay. Easier way to do this would have been to duplicate it, but I didn't. Close on 27252. We need the high and low. That's the wrong one. The last one wasn't a loss. Did I save the wrong one last time? Oh no, this is the partials. Man, so I need to duplicate. Alexa, stop. I can do one more. Ready to activate or something. Okay. Okay, my mouth dropped open because I accidentally scrolled all the way down on the Excel sheet and there was just nothing there. So when I looked back over, I thought I deleted everything and the undo button was not an option. So I was like, what is going on? Let me save real quick. Let me save that. At least it looked like the undo version button was not an option. 2007-5229. Oh man, I have a meeting. I have to wrap this up. Five 3410, 5 3410, 30. This one was break even, so that's the wrong one that's labeled under. Okay, if you actually watched that, number one, I really appreciate you. This was kind of dry, and I mean, like, this is what I do after backtesting. So, hope you guys enjoyed. I really had to close out the call because I had to get ready for a meeting, so unfortunately I'm not going to do too much of a live chart review. I'm going to do a portion of it, just scanning over. If anything's of note, I'll talk about it. If not, we're just gonna move on. Looks like gold may have made a slight push up. Yeah, it's giving us an entry opportunity. So there's an entry opportunity for gold for a push up. I'm not gonna label it as a buy for me. I'm not gonna track it. It's not something that's too important for me. I'd rather wait for a better setup, honestly, personally. And then Bitcoin looking for it to scale down a little bit further. Other than that, I think that's everything. So, thank you. Catch you guys later.